YouTube, what is going on? I'm back from Magaluf. The weekend has ruined me, so I can't hear out my right ear still. God knows what's going on with that. I've got the worst hangover probably in history. I drank about 4 litres of pina colada every single day over 3 days. We went out in the evening and we had vodka lemonades, and the vodka was like that and the lemonade was like that. It was a joke. And I've never seen more drunk people in all my life. But Magaluf, that's ticked off the list now, and it's not something I'm going to rush back to. That's for sure. But now that I'm back, I'm hungry and I'm really eager to kick on with a new challenge. And you know what I'm like. I'm throwing myself into deep end and doing something straight away. So I've got my planner, which is around here somewhere. It's that 13-week book that I showed you that I'm working towards, right? And at the end of them 13 weeks, which is 12 weeks now because I've already done 1 week, I'll be 5 weeks out or 4 weeks out from a bodybuilding show that I'm going to do. So I've not decided what I'm going to compete in yet. It's either going to be like a men's physique or muscle model. Might do first time bodybuilding, but I doubt it because I don't really want to wear pants on stage. But the reason why I'm competing, so I don't want to sit here and reel off a load of excuses why I'm probably not going to win or why like doing a show could be a mistake. I'm just going to do a show because it's a goal and it's something to work towards, so I can demonstrate discipline, right? So I love being accountable. I love being pushed. I love having a time frame to work towards that puts me under pressure. So I told myself after my last show that I probably wasn't going to compete again because I don't really want a pro card. I don't want to compete. I don't want competing to define me. And when I did my last show, it kind of did for 12 weeks, and I was tough for post show as well. And I didn't really want to put myself through that again. And I've changed my mind because I like the process. The process of getting in shape is and the process of doing the work every single day is what I want to do. So I know that to get stage ready or to get in the best shape of my life, I need to execute on my diet, on my training, on my cardio every day. And I like that pressure, and I've got a deadline to work towards. I'm either going to do the PCA London show, which is like 16 weeks from now, or I'm going to do the PCA JP Classic, who was my previous coach. He's putting a show on, which is 17 weeks from now. I'm going to do one or the other. Probably won't do both, but that's the time frame that I'm working towards. So over the next month, I'm going to use that time frame to push my calories as high as I can. I'll explain why I'm doing that, and then it'll be like a 12-week prep. And the show and the competition is irrelevant to me. I don't really care what happens on the day. I don't think I'm going to win because I'm not on gear, and everyone who competes in that federation pretty much is. And that isn't an excuse. That's just reality. That's reality, right? And that isn't a bad thing. That's a choice that we make, and I don't want to do that. So, but I do want to go through the sacrifice and through the due diligence and the work ethic that is required day after day to get into that shape. And I'm not saying it's an advantage, right? It's a sports performance enhancing drug or supplement, however you want to call it, and it's part of bodybuilding, but it's not something that I want to do. So I'm going to go into this show as a natural athlete competing in a federation that has natural and assisted athletes. So with that in mind, my goal isn't going to be, I'm not going to set all my hopes on winning it because I'm a realist, and my goal is to improve on the shape I got in last year and to enjoy the process more than I did last time, and to be able to share it with you and show you that you can get in shape whilst having a really good life. So last prep, I'll talk about this a lot within this prep and what I did, but I didn't really see my mates for 3 months because my mates are, I would say they're a bad influence. They like drinking, they're typical lads, right? And I like doing all those things, but I didn't do any of them things for 12 weeks because I was just a one-dimensional douchebag that all I thought about was a competition, and that defined me as a person. I wouldn't go around my dad's on a Sunday for a roast dinner, and I kind of haven't got a choice this year because I live at home this year, so this prep will be at home. I didn't really speak to anyone apart from my girlfriend throughout the whole prep, obviously my clients, and I was just put myself in a box and was just day by day, me versus me. I'm going to do it. I can do this, and I loved it, but I lost sight of who I was and everyone around me, and I was just a dick for 12 weeks in reality. So this year I'm going to do it and not be a dick. That's my goal. So I'm going to try and do it, and I don't think I'm even going to realise I'm in a competition prep until maybe the last few weeks, because then when you get that lean in the last few weeks, it does get like, you do get your head fucked up a little bit. That's what happens when you get that lean. Like, it isn't healthy, and I'm not going to sit here and like suggest that it is. But my mission and my aim with this channel is to show people that you can achieve incredible results, like in any area of your life, not just with fitness, not just with like doing a show or fat loss, but by doing the work every single day and the results that it'll bring you, whether it's with your work, whether it's with fitness, whether it's with your relationships or anything, whatever you're trying to work towards. If you consistently do the action and take action on what's required to get the result you want, this is what happens. So that's what I'm doing this for, that's why I'm showing you guys, and that's why I've set my time for then. So I've got 4 months to get ready pretty much. So I'm going to spend the next 4 weeks, like I said, getting my calories as high as I can. So then when I start my prep, they're not super low. So at the moment, like for my challenge, I was on 2,400 calories a day. That isn't very high. So when I competed last year, I competed my whole prep on 2,700 calories. They never went below that. So I'm actually eating like a lot less than I ever have done before. Like prior to traveling, I was eating 4,500 calories a day every day. But I'm never going to take food that high again, because I don't want to get to that kind of body weight again. I just want to be more functional, more like leaner, stronger, faster, and fitter and healthier. So I'm going to use this 16-week prep as just a bit of accountability to work as hard as I can, see what I can achieve, because it's a challenge, right? So that's why I'm doing it. But yeah, getting my calories as high as I can, that will enable me to diet on higher calories, right? Because that'd be creating the deficit. So my expenditure is really high at the moment, and I intend on keeping it quite high. So I'm not going to stop my cardio. I'm still going to do my functional work. I'm still going to train probably 4 or 5 times a week, and I'm still going to be active, because my job is an active job. I'm on my feet all day, right? So that isn't going to come down. So I can imagine I've got to push my food up to be about 3,000, maybe 3,200 calories a day, and I still won't really gain any weight. But my performance will be better, and I'll be able to recover faster and feel a lot better feel better in general. So then when I'm dieting, I can diet on more food, which is obviously ideal. So that's why I'm doing that, and yeah, hopefully I can try and encourage you guys to push food higher, because if food's higher, the diet becomes more sustainable, right? Providing that it works for you. So that's basically where I'm going with that. So the first week or so, it's going to be quite hard for me, because my appetite is like really low at the moment. Probably because I'm still hungover, but I'm not really hungry as such. So for me, like towards the end of my challenge, I was having to eat 1,200 calories in my last meal of the day, because I wasn't hungry, I wasn't eating much in the day. So now I'm having to eat a lot more. So I'm trying to get in 3,000 calories. I'll show you my macros now and what I've set my MyFitnessPal up to, and I'll show you within this week at some point a full day of eating to show you how I'm hitting 3,000 calories on the goals that I've set, which is 225 protein, 375 carb, and the rest from fats. I think it's like 68 grams of fat. But that's what I'm working towards for like 4 weeks. I might push calories up a little bit in between if I need to. If not, I won't, and then I'll start chipping away. And I'll show you guys exactly how I do it and how I can incorporate my energy balance by increasing my expenditure, by doing extra cardio, doing extra volume in my training sessions, or by taking away food. And I'm going to show you how the process works and how you get to like a level of body fat that is not normal, right? Which is competing, that's what that is. So that's what I'm working towards, and I'm so excited to do it. I'm more excited to show you guys what I'm doing than I am about competing itself, because competing, like, for me is a bit weird. Like, I don't like being on stage. I don't like being the centre of attention. I don't want to, like, I think in the PCA you do your own little walk and you have to your own song, and that makes me get anxious and nervous like 16 weeks away. So fuck knows about that. I think it's like a 60-second song as well. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but I'm not doing it for the show, I'm doing it for the process. So, and that's what I'm trying to show on this channel. So it'll be like a prep series, but I don't want it to be a prep because it isn't like a 12-week short-term thing. It's just going to be me living a lifestyle, but doing it in a way that gets me in the shape for a show, not just in shape for general life. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited to see this, as excited as I am about doing it, and yeah, I will see you in the next clip. So yesterday, first day back on my new diet, and I was 500 calories short. Not good enough, Jack, is it? So today, look what I've got. Bagels, more bagels. So these are going down with some jam after that big back session that I've just done. Where's my jam, Al? Here we go then. So, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm going to show you guys everything I do in this prep to show you how I get ready for a bodybuilding show. So, I don't really want to call it a prep. I don't want it to be about just bodybuilding. I want it to be about fat loss, okay? And just executing on a daily basis what we need to do to make that happen, because the goal for us all here is fat loss, right? Or muscle building or looking better, okay? And this is the process you have to go through. So, I'm just going to quickly mention the fact that my food's gone up. So I'll put my food up to 3,000 calories to make it easier for me to diet, and I'll explain that just quickly while I'm doing that in a minute. And so at the minute when my appetite's so low, it's hard for me to get the food in, so that's why I've just got the jam bagels on board, because they're easier to eat and they're a lot more calorie dense, right? So it's a lot easier for me to get my carbs in. My carbs at the minute are 375 grams per day. So I have 225 protein, like I said, 375 carb, and the rest are coming from fats. That's 3,000 calories per day. And I'm just consistent with that at the moment. I'm going to see what my body weight and my body does over the next few weeks with regards to whether I change that or not, increase or decrease, and my performance in the gym will dictate that as well. But I can imagine my performance will go up because it's more food. I had a good session a minute ago. I did a pull session, and I can kind of already tell that my mindset's changed a little bit. So I know I said that I'm not really doing this to compete because I'm not interested in competing, but I'm a bit of a competitive little prick, so the idea of being up against someone else does make me train a little bit harder, I must admit. But anyway, this is I hope you can see this alright. This is basically what I've written up together to show you how I'm going to basically prep for this 16-week period. So at the bottom we've got the 16 weeks until the show. Okay, so this is week 1, 2, 3, all the way to 16, right? And here's my calories at the top. So on this side, sorry, so 3,000 calories is where I'm at now. And what will probably happen as the prep goes on is my food will slightly drop. So this is 4 weeks in, and we've got 8 weeks, 12 weeks. Okay, it's maybe a bit, I've got them lines in the wrong place, but basically every 3 or 4 weeks, I'll make an adjustment. So I'll either take away calories from my diet, or which would normally come from carbs or fats. I'll keep my protein pretty where it is throughout the whole prep. The only time my protein would drop is if I was having like a refeed. So if carbs come up because they're protein sparing, I can obviously bring my protein down that day. But yeah, I can literally play with what I'm doing on like a weekly basis based on the progress that I see. So every week I'll take photos, I'll do a weight measurement, I'll take measurements every probably 2 weeks, and I'll just listen to my body and see what it's doing. So things like cheat meals, I'll talk to you about as we go through. I probably won't have many. I did in my last prep, and I feel like it made me worse. Not because I don't agree with cheat meals, but simply because I think I just don't think they benefited me. So I don't really think I'll have them because I don't really need them, because I'm on a flexible dieting approach, so I can eat what I want when I want anyway. I'll just have good refeeds to ensure the performance keeps stays as high as possible, basically. But if I have a refeed or a cheat meal, then you'll be the first to know about it, because I'll just video it all and show you guys. So I'll show you how to make the fat loss journey look as sustainable as possible. But yeah, this is pretty much how it's going to work. So if you've got like a 16-week or a 12-week holiday, it's time of holiday or a wedding or an event you want to diet for, but this is a great way to do it. Like, draw up a big board and see, this is my time frame. This is how long I've got to be 20 pounds lighter, or to put 2 inches on my arms that you want to get bigger. Whatever your goal is, and if you've got a time frame to work towards, like I like working in 3-month blocks. This is 4 months, so it's a little bit longer, but that's when the show was, and that's just how it worked out. I didn't want to go into a 12-week prep straight away because my calories are a little bit low, so I wanted to get them higher first before I started dieting, simply so I've got more things to play with, right? So if, for example, I'm 6 weeks out from the show and I've stalled and my food's already really low, it's going to be hard for me to take food away because then the prep will become quite difficult. Whereas if my food's quite high from the beginning, I'll have to make small adjustments all the way through, then my body will keep making adaptations because it's all progressive, right? Whereas if I've not got nothing to make a change with, then it becomes difficult for me to make changes because there's nothing to change. Whereas this is where I'm at the moment. Things like cardio and the number of weight sessions that I do can be changed as well to make it progressive. So if 1 week I'm like here, for example, and I don't want to take away food, I'm like, okay, I'll add another 20 minutes of cardio this week, or I'll add an extra weight session just to try and make sure that I burn a few extra calories so my weight drops this week. So that's kind of where we're at with it. It's super simple, it's so basic, but this is just how the body works, and I don't want to. You're going to understand that it's so simple. It just takes consistency. So I'm not taking magic supplements. I'm not doing like handstand press ups every day. I'm literally just doing things and keeping it as simple as possible, but being consistent with what I'm doing. And that's what I want to show you in these videos, and I want you to take action on that based on how simple I'm making it. I'm not actually making it difficult. I have ordered one supplement that I'm going to probably use throughout the whole prep, and it'll be the only supplement that I'll probably use, maybe vitamin D, but at the moment it's summer, so I don't really need it. So the supplement I bought is creatine monohydrate. So creatine is the only supplement that's got research to suggest it's actually decent. So that would be what I'm using just to try and promote strength up until, well, I use it throughout the whole prep, and it helped me hold on to my strength, because in the last few weeks it'll probably drop. But I think I can imagine between now and the first 8 weeks of this new training plan, my strength will increase. And if you want if you want the training program that I'm following, it is gone up on my website, but it's gone up in the members area only. So I was going to share it for free, but I'm sharing a lot for free already. You can just watch the videos and write down everything that I do. I don't mind that at all. But if you want a copy of this program, it is on the member site, so you can gain access to that for $9.99 a month. And if you want to know a bit more about that, then just message me. Also, if you want to get involved in this challenge and do it all with me, then I have created like an offer for that to happen. So if you want to work with me online, I will give you this 4 months coaching until the 16 weeks, obviously, that I'm working towards, for the price of 3. Okay, so my online coaching product is £100 a month, and for that you get a tailored coaching program. So you get your training program, your diet plan, your check-ins, the progress check-ins, everything. I'll basically look after everything for you and make sure that I get you to your goal. And if that's something that you're interested in, then yeah, I'm giving you a month 3 if you jump on this program with me, or jump on this challenge with me, basically. So we've got 16 weeks to get in the best shape of our life, and yeah, I'm giving you 4 months coaching for the price of 3. So if you're interested, once again, email me. I'll put my email in the description, and if you have any questions on that, then by all means ask. And people are asking about coaching one-to-one, where I'm working at the gym group at the moment. I've got 2 spaces left, so if you're interested in that, once again, email me and I'll get back to you with regards to that. And what's coming this week in videos wise, so obviously this video is about like what's next and what I'm doing. I've got a really busy week, so trying to fit in more video content is difficult. So on Sunday, rather than having the day off like I normally try to, me and Elle are going to do a 10,000 calorie challenge. So she thinks it'll be easy, and I think it'll be so fucking hard. So we're going to do it together. She's going to eat what she thinks would be the best for her to get 10,000 calories, and I'll eat what's best for me. We'll probably eat a few of the same meals, but then she thinks it's going to be easy, so I'm going to let her do it her way, I'll do it mine, and we'll see who comes out on top. But that's on Sunday, and I'll probably get that posted on Monday, hopefully. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe, because I've got some awesome things coming. And yeah, if you have any questions on anything, by all means email me. And yeah, hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon.